Do a spooky voice.
Okay, right. Hello and welcome to Musician vs. Musician, a podcast / gig where every week we talk about a spooky music thing.
Do the monster mash thing.
Wait,
just you do it in the voice.
They do the mash. They do the monster.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, hold on. Give me something to say and I'll do it in that voice. I'm Matt.
I'm not gonna do it.
And I'm Leia.
And I'm really good at imitating people. I'm really good at it.
I'm a ghost. This is a Halloween-themed episode of Musician vs. Musician, which basically means that we didn't plan anything.
Yeah.
We actually
It means that we spent far too much time just having fun.
Yeah. We have an interview actually with a band later, but for the first 20 minutes or so of this episode, I thought we could talk about some spooky band things.
Yeah.
And basically we're going to go through some stories and we're going to try and scare the other one. Maybe we'll succeed.
I don't think I'm going to succeed, but I think I'm going to succeed in having some fun stories.
Okay, well I'm going to scare you.
I feel like we're doing this campsite style, as in we're pretending we're around a fire.
Yeah, we're around
Can we put crackling sounds over it?
Alright, hold on. Matt, put in the crackling fire sounds now.
Yeah!
Okay.
Toasty.
There you go. I'm roasting marshmallows. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Can you hear the crickets chirping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
I have schizophrenia.
You know what?
That's the real nightmare, is that none of this podcast is real and I'm just stuck in my own mind.
You know what? I wish that was true. Okay, well, you know what? I've got a spooky story for you whilst you eat that marshmallow.
Yeah.
Whilst you make a s'more. A s'more?
A s'more.
A s'more.
Yeah.
What is a s'more?
It's, isn't it like
some kind
marshmallow,
of biscuit?
Chocolate, and then biscuity thing, but they're all toasted over the thing.
Americans call them graham crackers, so I assume that's some kind of brand that they use.
Some biscuity type thing.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna get through to this. In 2012, a story spread across the world that Avril Lavigne had died.
Ooh.
But she died 10 years ago.
Oh, is this the one where everyone says she was replaced by a robot and the Illuminati and shit?
Well, yes. But I prefer to think that she was replaced by a ghost. And the ghost is out of touch, and that's why her music taste hasn't progressed.
Oh. Yeah, it hasn't really, is it? Well, it got weird for a while.
Well, it got weird and then it got weird and then it got boring again, but
yeah.
Sure. But anyway, so is Avril Lavigne a ghost? This actually has been debunked. The rumor was started by a Brazilian blog. It
would be cool to start a rumor that got that famous.
Okay, well let's start one now. Let's start a ghostly rumor.
Matt's dead.
No, that's boring. They can hear me.
The reason we replace musicians is because we killed them.
Alright, okay. I like that. Don't investigate us, but actually, wait, Matt, put in some, lightning sounds. One dark and stormy night, we killed all of the previous members of our band in a ritual. What was the ritual for? Was it just for giggles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Banter.
Man, we're not very good at
we
this.
We passed it up
thing.
to have a better sense of humor, but we didn't do the ritual properly.
Alright, you got one. You got a scary story.
I think this is quite funny, but it's phrased. The way it was phrased as a Halloween metalhead story, but I just think it's funny. So you're familiar with Judas Priest?
Yes. The spookiest band.
Lots of motorbike stuff, so it's quite common, particularly back in the day. Rob would ride a motorbike on stage. So it says that when he came on stage, on his motorbike, the metal stays would rise up and Rob would drive underneath the stays. But the intro tape started, but everyone but Rob was late. So the guy who started to lift the stays up started to put them back down. And Rob was already riding towards the stage, so he just rode straight into the metal stays and knocked himself unconscious on stage.
Oh no! Did he
before
die?
Before he even started. I'd like to think he did, and he's just been
a ghost.
Yeah, he's been a ghost the entire time.
I wonder how this joke is going to play in an extended
This is
period.
Going to be a long episode.
Yeah, the longest 20 minutes we've ever done.
Yeah.
I've got a list here of the scariest musicians.
Is this going to be all the black metal ones?
No, actually.
Oh, okay.
The 10th one is Gene Simmons of Kiss.
Okay.
I heard that he's a prick. I don't know that he's
I've
scary.
heard yeah, I've heard he's a complete tool.
Yeah. But for some reason, the list kind of skips down from 10 to 5.
You know he's a prick because he keeps going online and saying about how Donald Trump is right.
Oh.
And everyone keeps saying you only like him because you get your wigs from the same place. Because they're both a bit fucking bald, but yeah.
That's mean. Also, well documented.
I mean, he shouldn't be like Donald Trump, yeah boy.
Oh no,
really?
at all. Also, Donald Trump, surgery, no wig. So, you know.
At least try the tattoo.
He should probably get a wig, though.
He's got a wig.
Donald Trump?
It is a wig.
No, it's like a mixture of
it's
his
like
hair
a
surgery and stuff.
Yeah, it's
like
a combination of
well
things,
integrated things. He actually had a special kind of it's like the kind of hair transplant surgery they had before the current gen of hair transplant surgeries.
Yeah, before
where it
they should have been
folds
done.
your skin weirdly. Apparently that's why he has to have it in the style that he does.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, bless him. Hey,
actually, I read
he's quite open about it, actually.
Yeah, I read that because there was that woman that's just released an autobiography in it, and she knew him quite intimately, and she told him that he looked a twat, and he said, "I know, but everyone remembers it." So fair enough, like.
Yeah, I mean, why are we defending Donald Trump?
No, but he's not an idiot as much of it. He's smarter than people think he is. He's just a twat. Lots of sounds. Do you want to tell your story?
Ooh.
As you've turned into a dog. So you were a dog for a bit, and now you're a ghost. And
Ooh, Alice Cooper's a scary musician.
Not wrong.
Was he like shocking back in the day? Alice Cooper.
I think so.
He's played with Johnny Depp now. He's like apparently they both look scary together on stage. Ozzy Osbourne's pretty scary.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Also, I think he's trying to be scary. Like, when you see him on his, what are they, fucking reality show type things, he's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But you can tell he's trying to be quite intimidating, and I enjoy it.
I've got three more scary musicians.
Okay.
You're going to agree with the third one, with the first one, what I'm going to say, which is Slipknot.
Okay.
They're pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're intense. They set each other
They're
on fire.
intense. Yeah, sure.
Like Corey apparently has said, like a lot of times, like he has to like be on his like toes because his band members will just fuck with him.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of him. Be mean to each other. Also, their masks are pretty scary.
Yeah.
Number 2, you'll disagree. Lady Gaga.
Oh, I don't know. She's a bit of a fucking weirdo.
You think she's scary though?
I think she is from a sort of mainstream perspective.
I guess.
Like, it's just that we get a lot of exposure to weird shit.
Yeah, I guess. But I disagree. I think she's actually a very pretty lady.
She is quite pretty,
Yeah.
to be fair.
And then number 1 is Marilyn Manson. And the most frightening thing about him is his singing voice. Ooh. Because he can't sing for shit.
Yeah, true.
He's a terrible singer.
He is a terrible singer.
Sorry, Marilyn. You're probably a really nice guy, but get out of there.
He did do one of my favourite musician quotes of all time.
Ooh, what was it?
You know, he did that MTV Cribs thing? And
No.
Well, he did MTV Cribs, and as he walked in, he said, "I'm Marilyn Manson, welcome to my Marilyn mansion."
That's pretty funny.
I really enjoyed that.
You would.
It's dumb, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Alright, well, what else do you got around this campfire? My marshmallow's burning.
This is pretty cool. What's it? How do you pronounce it? Tommy Yomi?
Tommy Yomi?
The black... What's this? That one.
I don't know.
Tommy of Black Sabbath, the guitarist. So apparently most people know that he once shattered a window and lost the tips of 2 of his fingers, but that was before he was famous.
Mm-hmm.
But he lost another finger right before a show.
Oh, no.
And apparently the drummer at the time said, "I remember running around the auditorium in New Orleans when Sabbath were trying to open for us, and they couldn't find his finger. He couldn't go on without it. He ended up looking all of us crouched along the floor looking for his finger. It had rolled under an amp." I don't know how he lost it.
How does he play guitar?
I don't know.
Ooh, that's the spookiest thing of all.
Yeah, it's a ghost. There we go.
A ghost.
That's the answer to everything. Clearly, that's what we're going with. It's a ghost.
That time of year. All right, you know what? I got a list. You wanna see your opinion on this? See if you know any of these songs.
Okay.
These are apparently the scariest songs of all time.
Okay.
The Doors, The End.
The Doors.
The Doors.
Yeah,
I will put it on the background.
okay.
I don't. It's 11 minutes long.
Oh lord,
Which
that's why it's
is-
scary.
that's fucking
yeah, that's
scary. I don't. I'm afraid to listen to the first 2 minutes of this. Ooh, sunsets are scary. The video we're watching is a sunset. So apparently, this dark, majestic odyssey of a song is regarded.
Oh, I've heard
That's
this.
the Doors'
This is
masterpiece.
scary.
It was used in the opening credits of Francis Ford Coppola's Apocalypse Now, which explains the sunset.
Yeah, I was gonna say I recognized it as soon as I heard it.
Not scary. I'll give you atmospheric.
Atmospheric, yeah, that'd be a better word.
Yeah. All right. Next one. We got Elton John, which is already a good start for scary. Madman Across the Water. What we got for this one? Man, I don't like the Doors. Are you a Doors fan? Are you
No.
no. Oh, okay. Here we go. Elton John, scariest man alive. I'm joking. I like you, Sir Elton.
Yeah, he's quite. There's something quite sweet about him, isn't
I
there?
think he's a cool guy.
I'm not sold on
No,
this
I'm
so
not.
far.
Alright, so the tune's nightmarish imagery takes the listener on a visceral ride.
I feel like this is going to be a little bit not what we're after, because we're quite into the theatricality of music, whereas this
Yeah.
is going to be vocally.
You know what? We got a David Bowie song.
Oh, okay.
David Bowie, Scary Monsters. This is what I was talking about. I think if you're gonna make a song scary, it's gotta be metal, right?
Yeah.
This is a good, almost what I was talking about.
I'm quite into the art in this.
Oh, we got a 9 Inch Nails song on the list. So
Yeah!
there
Is
you
it
go.
closer?
No, it's
Good.
Ghosts.
Okay.
Ooh, Ghosts.
Ooh! Do you want to
Right.
end on that one so you can have your little moment?
Scary monsters. Yeah, alright, it's pretty scary.
I actually found a story about Courtney Love, so I feel like that's going to be one of the most terrifying things in rock and metal.
You know, something that I think is true. You don't know yet, I haven't said it. What a weird way to start that sentence.
That was a weird way to start that sentence.
The song Bleed the Freak is pretty scary.
Bye.
Alice in Chains?
Would probably know it if I heard it.
I just wanna bleed the freak. Ah, that wasn't even close to the tune. Do you want me to put it on?
Yeah, okay.
Alright. It's weird because it's one of the songs that doesn't really make sense to me as a song.
Okay.
Alice in Chains, Bleed
Yeah.
the Freak. I think it's the right length. It's 4 minutes. It's a good length for a song. Skipping.
Yeah, this is like another one that's going to be vocally weird. Yeah, I feel this.
Yeah, I like that song.
Did Lou show you that?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all of your songs?
No, I got some more, but it depends if you wanna. A lot of these are like a Randy Newman song is on this list, which is hilarious
Nice.
because he is very scary bad at writing. He wrote the Bugs Life theme song.
Did he?
I'm a bug.
Is that what
you're
it
a
goes
bug.
like? Bugs, 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 bugs.
Oh, it's terrible. Terrible stuff.
I remember you telling me before, you feel very passionately about the Bugs Life theme too.
I feel very passionate about Randy Newman being a hack, but sure.
Yeah, okay. I'll take
Sorry, Randy Newman. Hey, sponsor the podcast if you want me to change my opinion.
it.
Nah.
Is that what you do now?
Yep. I'll change my opinion for money, it's fine. Alright, let's listen to Ghosts 1, and then we can get to... Apparently this is scary. 9 Inch Nails are pretty scary, I guess.
They're also very atmospheric.
Apparently,
yeah,
this
I
song
feel
sounds like a haunted house, which I'm already feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah, listen to that. That's fucking Resident Evil music.
yeah.
Let's skip a little bit. A little bit more. I mean, a lot of this stuff is really atmospheric. Maybe it'd be scary in a movie.
Yeah, I suppose it's very... Well, 9 Inch Nails is always very...
The trouble I have with songs is that I don't find music scary, particularly without
Not
some kind
generally.
of accompanying visuals.
I have got an interesting thing that I just thought I could share with you.
Alright.
You've heard One by Metallica.
I have heard one.
How
by
about we
Metallica.
have a little listen to that a minute. If you get the original video, it's obviously about
Okay.
soldiers. But it's quite interesting to see the kind of things that come out because it is quite I don't obviously you know the lyrics. You know it's quite unpleasant.
Yeah, it's also really boring.
Yeah, it's not fun to sing, but lyrically it's quite odd.
I think this is the whole thing.
Yeah, Nine Inch Nails is very repetitive.
It's just, it doesn't have vocals as well.
Honestly, most of Nine Inch Nails' work is just Trent Reznor sucking his own dick.
You heard
And
it
he
here
won't
first, people.
No, you didn't hear it here first. Everyone knows. You did a little bit need the video, but
Oh,
okay.
sorry. This
like,
one.
yeah, you get a bit more of an idea of what's going on. But like, it's about soldiers in, I believe, World War One, but I don't know that. One of the world wars, which is why he talks about I'm dark and in prison because it's about a man who's lost his arms and legs
Oh, yeah.
and his sight, and he's in hospital.
Landmine has taken my sight.
Taking my speech, taking
Taking
my
my-
honor.
Hearing, I think.
Taking my arms, taking my legs.
Yeah, man, that's such a boring song to me. I mean, the guitars are nice up till the vocals come in,
It gets a bit.
and then I think everything's boring. I really like the intro, though. It's beautiful.
It is very pretty.
Like that is amazing.
Yeah, and yeah, obviously.
And spooky.
Yeah.
Gotta throw that in every now and again.
Yeah, true. But what's quite interesting is if you listen to next, I'm gonna make you listen to "Quote Unquote" by Mr. Bungle.
Okay.
That is also about a man that's lost his arms and legs in a world war.
Okay.
And it's quite interesting to see that the same inspiration has come out with such violently different songs.
Awesome. How much of this are we listening to? this
To be
point,
honest,
it's
I'm
like-
okay with it. Like
At this
at
point,
any
it's just us sitting and listening to Metallica.
Yeah, I'm good with this amount. So we're gonna try "Quote Unquote."
Quote, unquote, the Raven.
So this actually was banned from MTV back in the day for the video, because it features.
Interesting. We were talking about weirdness in the previous episode. This band is too weird for me.
Yeah, but this is like proper horror type stuff, you know.
Yeah, you can already hear it in this fucking music.
Yeah. Actually, on the proper track, it opens with 30 seconds of complete silence and then someone smashing something, and that's how the song kicks in.
Man, this is already the scariest song we've heard.
Yeah, but this is about exactly the same topic that One is by Metallica, which is what I find quite interesting. Also, Mike Pan.
Wait, is that the vocalist?
Yeah. He's the one that's got like a 7-octave range or something silly.
He sounds like fucking Johnny Rotten.
He does a bit.
Like if Johnny Rotten could sing. 7-octave range? That cannot be real.
No, he's got like the biggest range of anyone in fucking. Let me Google it. It's because it's ridiculous. Honestly, it's the biggest one. Let me check. Mike Pan vocal range. Like he is often said to have the best vocal range of people alive.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Corey Taylor was good for like his 5 to 6.
Actually, the world record holder's got 10. So.
That is just amazing. I assume, man.
Oh, he's got 6.5. 6.5 octaves.
That's still very, very close to 7. Props for him being honest about it.
Yeah.
Tendency to lie.
Like, to be fair, I don't think he even said that. That's from people looking through his work and stuff. And to be honest, he's a bit of a psycho anyway. Like, he's known for being a bit off the wall.
Well, he's in this band, so.
Like, yeah, this video was banned from MTV, as you can probably
Jesus
guess.
Christ.
To be honest, I can't believe it took me this long to think to bring up Mr. Bungle, because normally it doesn't take very long for me to bring up Mr. Bungle.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Ooh, that was
Spooky
pretty
doll.
spooky. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm full of marshmallows now.
Yeah,
We've eaten so many marshmallows.
and for some reason managed to keep talking at the same time.
Well, you when you spoke, I ate a marshmallow,
We
and
took
when
it
I
in
spoke,
turns.
you ate a marshmallow.
We're synchronized.
And we sung campfires. Actually, let's sing a campfire song now.
Can we do the one from SpongeBob?
I've never seen. Oh, you've made me watch an episode of SpongeBob, so I can't say that I've never seen an episode of SpongeBob.
The campfire song with SpongeBob is literally just him spelling it out and shouting it. It's him spelling campfire song.
Okay, then you do it.
I can't do it.
Oh, okay. Right, then we won't do it. Fuck you. Oh, you know what? Controversial corner for this week. Fuck SpongeBob.
I don't think that's
It's
controversial.
fucking shit.
I disagree, but yeah.
It's wank. Adventure Time all the way.
I do like Adventure Time.
And then also hashtag My Little Pony is better than SpongeBob.
No.
Nah, it's true.
No.
Well, yeah, alright, fair.
I love you just gave up.
I don't really care enough.
Fair enough.
And I haven't seen enough of SpongeBob to comment. I've seen one episode.
You've seen more than one episode. I made you watch a few.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't remember them.
I was going to say they all sort of merge into one long episode because they don't make any sense.
I like Plankton.
You did like Plankton, didn't you?
I like Plankton.
Actually, you wanted to watch a couple of episodes because the first one that you watched, Plankton wasn't in, and you were like, I only watched it for the little green thing. And I was like, okay, we'll find an episode with Plankton in it.
Well, you know, a while ago you asked me to do an Elfo impression.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try again.
Have you done it?
Well,
Oh,
no.
you learned
Well,
how
I
to
mean,
do it.
no. I just did it once. I'm just gonna try it now.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Elfo.
That's not great.
That's okay.
Some of your most of your impressions are better, but that wasn't too bad.
That was better than it was before.
This is an improvement.
Hi, I'm Elfo. I feel like that's the right
That was better.
nasally voice. It just needs to be raised a little bit.
Yeah, higher.
Alright, this has been the adventures of Matt learning how to impersonate a terrible character on a pretty average show.
I did quite enjoy it. Like, it's not great, but I enjoyed it.
It's a show that I can put on in the background.
Yeah, yeah.
But
when
I
you don't really want to have to think about it.
But I don't think it's good. I think it's background noise.
Whereas, like, I'll actually really intently watch Futurama and things like
Oh
that.
yeah, like Futurama's fucking awesome.
Futurama's the best.
I just finished marathoning like the 3 seasons of it. The first 3 seasons.
I was going to say there's more than 3 seasons.
Yeah, but like obviously they were cancelled after 3 seasons.
Yeah, and they
so I
just
don't
kept
really
making it.
like care about the movies as much. I don't think they're as good.
No, there's more series than that.
No, because there's 3 original series, and then they
Yeah.
came back for like the longer arcs, and then they did
Yeah.
a
They've
couple
got-
more seasons.
I think they've got like 8 series.
It depends if people count like Bender's big score and the one with the alien like planet and stuff.
We got onto a weird tangent here.
Ooh, it's spooky how easily we get distracted. Alright, well, I'm gonna cut now, and I'll be rejoining you guys with our friends Nil Desperandum.
Yeah.
And Leia will be sleeping?
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm coming. Well, no, I'll probably be on my way back from London while you do it.
Okay. Ooh, it's spooky. The time is different.
And I have to take public transport.
Really?
Well, yeah, we're getting the bus.
Oh, that sucks.
It's cheaper to get the bus to and from London.
Yeah, but the bus sucks.
It does suck, but it's easy.
It's better than the train, though. Fuck you, National Rail System.
Yeah!
Suck ass. You know, controversial corner. National Rail in the UK sucks.
Oh, even more so. Arriva Trains Wales? Nah, suck my dick, you suck.
Yeah, you're the worst. We hate you. I like trains in general, but not you.
Yeah. This is an episode for Callum, apparently.
Alright, well, do we do the sign off now? No, you know what, we'll just cut, and I'll have to remember on my own. Ooh, it'll be so spooky
I'll
when...
phone you at like 1:30 and set an alarm to phone you, and if you're not done by then, you get no reminder then anyway.
Alright, guys, well, do you want to say bye?
No.
Okay.
You can't make me!
Bye! That was definitely Leia. Bye! Welcome back to Musician vs. Musician, a podcast / gig where every week we talk about, I think this week I said a dream, so I'll have to listen back to what I actually said. But I've got something special for everyone. Leia's not here.
Yay!
It's fucking awesome. Gone is the Welsh accent in my ear, the high-pitched screaming. In her place we've got 4, I'm going to say friends of mine.
Friend.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Friend.
I'm Phil.
Clive.
Melissa.
Fee.
And together.
We are Nil Desperandum.
Yeah.
Yay!
Probably should have said that first.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping for it, but...
But I thought because I'm like the main member of the band, I should like say I'm Phil, you know, because I'm effectively
Everybody
the
knows
band, aren't I? So
I
let's
mean-
be honest.
You play more instruments than anyone else in the band.
For
Not
now.
wrong.
For now.
yeah, do you guys want to... I mean, tell the audience anything about yourselves. I mean, you just released an album called
Dark Tides.
yeah, and I've actually heard this one. So
Yay.
I've actually listened to it a few times on the old Spotify.
Nice one.
Yeah, we keep viewing the metrics, so we see that 3 or 4 people are listening.
That's just me clicking refresh every time.
It's appreciated.
But I actually heard you guys. I can actually say that I kind of became a fan when we played with you guys at Metal to the Masses.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good gig.
Oh,
It
that
was.
That was
Yeah,
for you
amazing.
guys. Well, like, so you guys came on, and then my guitarist turned to me and said, should we go home? Like, we don't need to play after this, because you guys kind of decimated that gig.
That was very kind of you to say.
No, it's true. That was a really, really good performance.
Thank you.
And I think that's where I heard. Is it the last song on your album?
Vertigo, yeah.
That's. Did you guys close out with that?
Every gig.
Yeah. It's become a bit of a thing. We close out every
Because it's just kind of a cool anthem sound. I mean, like to me, if you hear that, it'll be weird to open with the gig with that, right?
Yeah,
For sure, yeah.
yeah. It lends itself to closing a show quite nicely, I think.
Especially with like the kind of big rock ending as well,
Yeah.
works nicely.
Mhm.
So,
Mm.
Fit everyone's names in and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Trash can ending, as we call it.
But do you guys want to talk a little bit about how you formed? How long have you been a band together?
So I'd say me and Fee first met around July 2015, was it?
Yeah.
I think.
Would
And
have
I'd say we've been a 4-piece since December 2016, so nearly 2 years.
Yeah, I think I joined in August.
Sorry, December 2015. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, nearly 3 years. I can't count.
Yeah, so it started off, I met a drummer online. He was just like, oh, do you want to jam sometime? Met it with him. Wasn't really working out with him, but I'd met Phil at this point, put an advert out online saying, bassist, singer wanted. Phil responded to it. I'd put a couple of videos up as well saying, this is the kind of stuff that I write and play. Not fully formed songs, just ideas. And Phil correctly identified 4 of my main influences from the couple of songs that I got on there. Showed my friends, I was like, oh, this is the reply I've got, and they're like, you can't let this opportunity go. That guy listens to the same stuff as you and hears the same things as you.
Felt like it was meant to be in that sense.
Absolutely. So it started off, it was me and Phil. Well, it became me and Phil, and we auditioned a singer. Didn't go so well.
And that's how I didn't join the band.
Denied.
Did you
But
go
she
out
kept
looking
coming
for
back.
a female singer? Or
No,
no?
we just wanted the best singer we could get.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And then Melissa, you put an advert up, didn't you? To join a band?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I was at uni before and I was in bands and stuff. That was in Northampton, and then I come back to Nottingham and I was kind of like, missing the music scene.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, went searching everywhere I could to try and find a band.
So we saw her post on, I think it was Join My Band.
Probably, yeah.
It was just Melissa with an acoustic guitar, and I was just like, this girl's got a great voice. Sent it across to Phil. I was like, we should have her along for an audition. And the rest is history. With regard to Melissa, we didn't even let her get home before we messaged her. Just like, do you want to join? We'd really like you to join. We like your voice a lot.
Walking down the street like, do you want to join? And I was like, oh shit, yes, please.
So, and at the time as well, we thought we had a drummer. So we were like, yeah, we're a 3-piece already. That'll close up the band. And we didn't. That's when the drummer kind of just went missing.
Yeah.
Went missing.
I feel like we're not entirely sure of the reasons behind it, but we think it might have something to do with the fact we had a female singer, which he was just being very ignorant about and dismissive, and it's just like, well, if you're going to act like that, we don't want you in our band. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
crap.
yeah, fair enough. Actually, I've met a lot of musicians who don't like female vocalists,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
which is always baffling to me.
Because surely you at least give the singer a chance. And
Yeah.
didn't even bother with that. And did we have one rehearsal with Adam and Melissa? I don't think we did.
I don't remember him, so.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Then again,
Says
my
it
memory's
all.
awful, so we can't really tell from that.
No, we auditioned one singer when he was technically with us, but if you remember, he never turned up to the practice.
Yes, that rings a bell now.
And that's when he started ignoring us.
Yeah.
But that's
All
that's
thanks to me.
no, that's the thing. I was just saying, I'm willing to cast the net out far and wide here. I just want the best singer available, regardless of gender, whatever. I don't really care. I just want someone who's good at singing,
Mm-hmm.
and that was our only criteria, really.
Yep.
But yeah, with regard to the whole not liking female singers, I thought for years I didn't particularly like female singers in bands. Turns out that all my friends, the only female fronted bands they were listening to was symphonic metal, and it's symphonic metal I don't like. So I was just like, yeah, I don't like female fronted band. Hang on, this band's great.
Exactly.
But yeah, so it became 3 of us for a few months, and we were desperately seeking drummers. We auditioned one guy, really nice guy, just not the right fit. Then we put adverts out on Facebook, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kaif responded. Turned up and wowed us.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
That's right. I wasn't there, but those guys very kindly recorded the run through they did, and I was just like, fucking get this guy,
Yeah.
please.
It's been quite a smooth road then, apart from, I mean, in terms of like band drama, being ignored is kind of the best possible band drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, it was easy to deal with. We just said, you've got 24 hours to respond to this message, otherwise,
Mhm.
you know, we won't
We'll
continue to
look it
work.
up,
Yeah. And they saw the message, never replied. So it's like, right, okay, well, that's your decision.
Mhm.
Yep.
Nice and easy.
I mean, in terms of like band personalities, you guys all seem pretty chill. So has it been like that the whole time? Or have you guys actually like fallen out, especially with recording this album? Has there been like drama or just?
No.
I wouldn't say so.
We
No.
don't really fall
you'll-
out of it. We just have banter and take the piss out of each other. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
There'll be disagreements, namely me being a miserable bastard trying to like say, no guys, do it this way, but usually it works out generally, I think, fine, doesn't it? So
I think with the way you say that though, we know it's not because you're being pedantic about something. It's you just want it to be the best.
okay.
So
and it always works out better. So
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of to say, but I think just bounce off each other, don't we? So
Yeah. There's never been a moment that I can recall where, you know, someone's looked at someone else and just been like, fuck's sake, you know, can you not? You know, I've never seen that from anyone.
No.
I think it's because we are
Never.
actually friends. Like we hang out outside of practice as well. We'll have gatherings at people's houses, birthday parties, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess because we're friends, we don't really fall out at all.
Yeah. That must be nice.
It is,
Yeah,
it's really
touch wood,
nice.
it's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just coming back to Kaif's audition, we had 2 songs that we pretty much completed by that point. Control, which was the first single we put out, and Vertigo, which is obviously the
Control's you put that on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
When I was researching you guys to check out the competition for Metal to the Masses, I played that in the car and I was like, oh mate, this is I like this. Can we let's do this instead? Let's just play this and then they won't be able to play it.
It's easy enough to nail. It's just 2 chords.
Yeah.
It's rooted in 2 chords.
Don't say that, we worked so hard.
It's a very complex song, okay?
Exactly.
It's really, really complicated, and yeah. But yeah, so we've got those 2 songs, and obviously one of them's about 3.5 minutes ish, and the other one's 9 minutes. And we're like, Kaif, learn this song for the audition. Here's a couple of covers that we can play. Can you play any of them? He's like, yeah, I can do this, I can do that. And we turn up. He's like, I've learnt the 9-minute song. It's like, no, you haven't. He's like, yeah, I have. No, you haven't.
It's got like 50 sections, Kai. You haven't learnt it. No, I've learnt it.
And lo and behold, he nailed it.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just like, you've learnt a 9-minute song for an audition. That'll do.
That sounds tight, guys. Yeah. I was expecting some kind of drama along the way to this point. I mean, how long have you guys been together?
Was it 3? It's coming up 3 years.
Approaching 3, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to have no band drama, I mean, we've had a ridiculous amount of drama in the not even a year yet that we've been together, so...
Wow.
It does happen though.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
it's. I mean, like Melissa was saying, we're really fortunate. We're all mates. You
Yeah.
know, it just so happens that we're also in a band. Admittedly, we wouldn't have found each other without the band. I don't think.
It's true.
But certainly, since we all clicked, it's just like this is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think there's for me certainly there's an element of like let's not spoil it.
Yeah.
You know, let's just keep having fun. Let's if something is stressing you out, talk to the band about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if something needs sorting in the band.
Well, that's the thing, though. I think we've reached a stage as well where we are good mates, but also with good mates that we could probably have more kind of personal conversations and stuff, can't we? And just be more free and easy about it, about being kind of awkward. So certainly that's the impression I get with you guys. I can just talk about basically anything. So
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're not judgmental of anybody else's playing either. It's like, that's a shit idea, scrap it.
Mhm.
And then we'll talk about it and try and make it something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If it still doesn't work, then we scrap it and we'll write something else.
Yeah.
Like,
It's true.
Yeah.
there's never any... We challenge each other, but it's healthy challenging.
Mhm.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Hi.
I mean, we did actually scrap a whole song. We were writing it and we were like, it's good, and then we finished it and we all kind of sat there. We'd all written our own parts to it, and no one's individual part was by any means bad. And we just kind of looked at each other like, this is not the standard of everything else.
Mm.
And as soon as one person said it, everyone was like, I'm glad someone said that. And like, no one was hurt about it as a result. And it's the same with any sections. If someone comes up with just trying a new thing, whether it's, something different on the drums, the guitar, vocals, bass, doesn't matter what it is. Someone tries something different and it doesn't work. We're quite happy and comfortable saying to someone, didn't work. But what might work, and we kind of do that with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I think that again helps avoid any dramas.
Talk me through the album, guys. I want to hear about the production as well. I like talking about the behind the scenes stuff on the show, and especially I don't get a chance to interview like bands often. So
Okay.
tell me everything. If you could go through the track list as well, that would be really cool.
Right, we did a lot of prep before the album, is the first thing to say, because we knew it was going to be recorded in 3 days. And we did.
Blimey, what was it, 6 songs in 3 days?
Yep.
And they're long songs as well. It's not
Yeah.
like 2 minutes. That's intense, guys.
Yep.
Was.
Was a little stressful at times.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was pretty damn stressed those few days because the time that we were booking it in, I was playing in a musical that evening, so I'd be like every night, it's just like, right, quick, do my bass, right, bye guys, see you tomorrow, dashing out of my bloody clarinet and sax out of nowhere, and then it's like, see you tomorrow, and then, so I'm pretty sure I'd said months ago we'll avoid that week, and then sure enough I've just completely slipped my mind, and it's like, fine, I'll do it.
Where do you guys record?
BSD Studios. It's
Okay.
no longer at it's Roden House in Snenton. It's no longer there. Unfortunately, we were the last band to record there. But yeah, it was a really really nice area to record.
It was a nice studio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it was.
That's the word I'm looking for. Studio.
Yeah, they've gone to Lincoln now, so have they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
relocated to Lincoln.
But then they're also in a band of themselves as well as, aren't they? They're in a band called Airloo. You know better about it than me, Fee, but it's like kind of ambient stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, very ambient. Uses a lot of different delay pedals and different instrumentation as well to create a really ambient but quite thick sound to it. It's really nice stuff. I'd recommend anyone check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really nice.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's where we recorded. But the prep we did, I asked Phil. He's got some software on his laptop. I can't remember what it's called.
Sibelius?
Sibelius, that's the one. Thank you. I was like, can you do click tracks for everything? And we'll send the click tracks off. That way we've got something solid to work from. And then we had the idea of, well, why don't we just record all the bass lines over the click track just at home, and then record all the layers of guitars, and then have Melissa record her vocals over the top of it, breaking my microphone in the process. She is quite loud.
We had the microphone like in the corner of the room, the volume turned right down, and he was like, "It's still clipping. I don't know how it's clipping."
So yeah, you know that scene in Tenacious D Pick of Destiny when the mic goes on fire? It's just it does happen, that kind of thing. Mics will get exploded.
Okay, well this is a brand new mic, so you fucking do not break this. You guys are the first people to talk into this thing.
Right, well,
Melissa's quite far away, to be fair, so it should be alright.
I'll go outside.
You can record from the kitchen. You're
Yeah.
alright. But yeah, so we got the click tracks. We got all the guitars recorded. It meant that as well. I got to check out, because obviously with us only having one guitar in the band, there was a lot of stuff I wanted to do, like recording rhythm guitars underneath some of the leads that I do, and equally recording some extra leads on top of the rhythms that I'd normally do. So it was a nice chance for me to check out and make sure that all of that worked as it should have done in my head. A couple of things didn't, changed it, worked, and it meant we got to send it to Kaif as well, so you could sit at home.
We had a couple of good solid months to really absorb the clicks and just go into the studio and bosh it out.
Yeah, okay, so you're properly prepped
it
for
was,
this.
yeah, we in theory we were very strong to go in there and just do it.
There had been a previous occasion where at another venue that's now defunct because it got knocked down recently, the Doghouse in Carlton, we did try a recording session there, but none of us were really that used to playing with clicks and stuff, so it was kind of being thrown in the deep end. That we were kind of like, okay, we've learned from that, it didn't go to plan, we prepared, and I think that really paid off in the end.
So yeah, big time.
Yeah, we learned our lesson from that, because we did a whole day's recording in 2 days I think it was, and we got literally nothing out of it.
Yeah.
So we weren't happy at how that had gone, and we looked at what we could improve for next time, and the prep worked. Like I say, that was all done in 3 days. So yeah, I think we went in on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Thursday, I think it was.
Sounds right, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I was pretty happy with how it came out. But I was literally getting home from work, and then it'd be like, right, I'm going to go through all my rhythm tracks tonight. Then the next night it'd be like, right, I'm going to go through all my lead tracks tonight. And then it'd be like, right, I'm going to do all my guitar solos tonight. Just practicing daily so that I could just walk in the studio and nail it just straight off and be like, right, okay, that's my part done there. And walk off again.
You still get nervous though. As soon as the red light comes on, you're just like, oh shit, what's the words? I forgot.
Yeah. During our recording, there was one section I was like, I can't remember it. My phone, I'm reading off my phone.
Yeah.
Like, these guys don't understand, but learning words is so hard, man. You know, hardest
It really
part.
is.
It's the hardest thing any musician has to do. You know. Okay, well, to focus on the album a little bit, your opening track is a little piano track. I don't know where I was going to go with that. Yeah, who played that?
So that was me. It was just kind of a conversation between me and Fee, really, that I think Fee had this idea that we want some way of opening it before Walk This World started.
Mm-hmm.
And Fee suggested piano, and I think we even thought about asking Melissa, because I think we knew that you played a little bit, but then we mentioned it and we just kind of like, you didn't want to do it to be fair, did you? So
no, I think as well, after hearing you practice a little bit when we was just in a rehearsal room and they had a piano light in the corner, and after hearing just a little bit of it, I was like, oh damn, yeah, you're playing piano.
Because I think Fee like mentioned some ideas, because Fee had a keyboard round yours, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you had these little ideas, and I was like, okay, I can see where you kind of want to go with that, so I'll just try and expand on it. 3 rather stressful hours in my bedroom just hammering stuff out, trying to get it right, and then sent it to the guys on Facebook. It was like, does this sound alright? And they were like, yeah, that'll do.
It was more than that'll do.
Yeah.
It was, we're all a bit moved right now, Phil, that's really good.
I'm crying, I'll get back to you in an hour's time.
I'm crying, my eyes are sweating.
Yeah. But yeah, worked out well.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of... It's obviously, the track's called Nil Desperandum, which, for anyone who's forgotten, is the name of the band. I always think that the viewers, like, I always treat them like they're really stupid and forget who we're talking about, even though it's, like, in the name of the episode every week. I have to edit out me, like, being really obvious a lot in this podcast. This is definitely getting edited out.
To be fair, though, like, even when we're going to gigs and our names are, like, our name is on posters and stuff, there'll be other bands who try and remember us and be like, we want to thank Nil Desperado. Like, that's not our name.
We are not beers.
Desperado, thank you.
If we had a Desperados for every time we've been called Nil Desperado, we'd be constantly drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Stuck up on limes.
So opening track. What made you want to do a piano track, and what kind of emotion were you trying to get across with like naming it Nil Desperandum? Obviously, it's got to have some kind of meaning.
The name was the last part to come to it.
I think so.
For being honest, I think we only really decided it either the day of the first day of recording or the day, a couple of days before. It was thrown out. It's like, why don't we just call it Nil Desperandum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rather than just intro.
Yeah.
And the reason we came up with the name Nil Desperandum is all of the core pieces in the piano are actual parts of different songs of ours.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so the very first intro bit is like a little melody from in the middle of Don't Pretend, which was the B-side to our first single, Control.
Mm-hmm.
So it opens up with a bit of Don't Pretend, and then it's got bits of Vertigo in, then obviously fades into Walk This World Alone.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, well, since it's a little compilation of other tunes that are fleshed out in a different way, it is in its essence Nil Desperandum.
That's really cool, guys. Like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to that and try and match it up now.
Yeah, it'd be great if you find the pieces.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It is a jigsaw.
Yeah, that sounds sweet as. So, you done the piano track, you went straight into your single for the next one, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, our choices on Walk This World, it was kind of an agreement that seemed to get a lot of people's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every time we played it, we always got great feedback about it. So it was kind of a good idea, I suppose, for all of us just to say, right, we'll go straight into that.
Mm-hmm.
This is us.
It's a battle-tested track.
Like, exactly. People like it. We always hear good stuff about it, so make it the opener.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else is just gonna
Yeah,
hopefully be as good.
yeah. Theoretically, you got people listening to this who've seen you live, right? So
Yeah.
makes sense.
I think it's good that the song's got like loads of different sections. So like we've got a bit where it's mostly Kaif, like on the toms, and we've got a bit that's like a really funky bass line, and then we've got the guitar solos. So I think that works out.
Yeah,
really well
it's
for the
kind
song
of
as well.
introducing the feel to the band and just what you can kind of expect from the rest of the album. Really, that it's exposing the different elements and works out really well, doesn't it?
I feel as well like we've made quite a big progression in our sound from Control. Like Control very much was a song. It was like we'd written. It was like, right, okay, we've got it written. Let's get it recorded so that people can at least hear something from us. And then a few months down the line, a year down the line, we'd got all these new songs. It was like these have progressed a great deal. There's a lot more to them. So we wanted something that really showed that progression that we've made as a band. And What This World, I think, really did it nicely.
Yeah.
Certainly, I was very proud of it the way it came out. There's Kaif had not heard it recorded. So the rest of us had heard random bits of recordings here and there, and obviously we can hear Kaif perfectly well at band practice because he is loud as hell. But Kaif hadn't heard it back, and the first time you heard it recorded and played back to you, you just like, I get it. I get why people love it. Like that's insane.
Yeah, serious. It was real, mind blowing, really.
Yeah.
Because when you're in the moment and your element, it just flows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas to actually step back and hear it all collectively, it was like, holy fuck! Like, is that really what we do?
Yeah. I mean,
like,
admittedly, guys, it's my second favourite track on the album.
Oh,
So I'm sorry to diss you guys on that one. But Vertigo is like my big track that I show
To be
people.
fair, that is our baby.
if I'm honest, as a collective on the group, it's all our personal favourite.
Yeah,
It is.
fair.
I think that's one of the main reasons we always, since we got together, close with it.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Don't think we've done a show without.
We haven't.
without
It's
playing it.
always.
Every other song's been introduced or dropped, and I get the feeling Phil's going to say it's not Vertigo for some reason.
What my personal
Yeah.
favourite? It's not, but it's up there. But it's good to have disagreements. I'm not gonna bloody fight my corner and be like, "Oh, you shit, you're wrong." It's just like personal.
What's your favourite and
preferences.
why we were wrong?
Well, to be honest, it's just because I don't know that there's certain elements of those songs that we have done that I've found that I've enjoyed playing more. I'd say certainly if I sit back and listen to Virgo, I really enjoy it. But when I'd say maybe you can relate in that there's songs that if you're listening back to that you know and like that you probably enjoy listening to more than perhaps ones that you play.
Sure.
There's like you enjoy playing more. So I'd say that a song we've been working on, which I won't go into much detail because it's actually not on Dark Tides, but one that's my favourite at the moment has been Kingdom. So yeah.
And that's definitely cheating because it's not been released.
Yeah, this is
It's been played
true.
live, but
Okay, so that song aside, I would probably put Walk This World as my personal favourite off that album, but
fair.
that's
It's
my
because
opinion.
of the funky bass line.
It's because I get to show off and it's all about me and no, honestly.
What song isn't all about?
Alright, so Walk This World Alone, what's up next?
Slipping Away.
Talk me through some lyrics with this.
Oh, I hate this song.
Yeah.
No, I only hate it because it's really difficult to sing, but yeah.
See, that's why I like it, so because it sounds complicated.
It's more just because it's sort of the top of my range. So when we wrote it, I was kind of like, right, I really need to push myself and give myself something challenging.
Yeah.
So I wrote it, and then I was like, right, I can sing it in sections, but singing it all together is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
But then obviously the more you sing it, the better you get it and stuff. But yeah, when we wrote this one, the lyrics are about like a homeless man. So like sort of what it is to live on the streets and have struggles and things like that. So that's kind of where the lyrics came from.
You guys want to talk about the lyrics as well?
If I'm honest with you, I don't have a great deal.
I can't remember the lyrics.
Yeah, I can't remember the lyrics anyway.
See, I kind of wanted to challenge people on this because my band don't listen to my fucking lyrics either. So we get this. We get like to the end of the recording process, and they'll be like, "It's a nice line, mate. I'm glad I've heard it recorded now." Like, thanks, buddy. Like, it's 6 months, but you know.
I'd like to argue that it's not that I don't listen. I generally am pretty terrible at remembering lyrics. My favourite bands, I'll sit there singing the wrong lyrics to them the whole way through. These guys have had to put up with me doing it with Cody the whole way across, so which is unfortunate for them.
But then to be fair, they know that people must mishear some of their songs because of that lightsaber t-shirt you've got.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah.
Where's my lightsaber when I'm screaming danger?
Yeah, instead of "Where's my lifesaver?" It's something all the fans picked up on straight away. It's like, "Where's my lightsaber when I'm screaming danger?" It became a t-shirt, which I'm very grateful for.
Alright, wait. So before we move on to the next song, Favourite bands, guys?
Coheed.
Oh shit, I don't know. I've got quite a few.
You can list them, it's fine.
I really like A Day to Remember.
Okay.
4 Years Strong. Tonight Alive because it's female fronted.
Mm-hmm.
Icon for Hire, female fronted. I'm going to stop there, but that's
You can keep going. We can wait here all day.
Just list every
10-minute list,
every band I've ever heard of. Oh, and Ida Maito.
Oh yeah.
A Day to Remember, I saw live like 4 or 5 years ago, and they were abysmal. And then I heard them like 3 years ago, and they were incredible. So I was like, either you guys have really amped up, or that was the worst possible night for you singing.
Yeah.
Like, obviously that happens, and you hate to judge a band entirely on that, but when you've got one experience, and
True.
it's
Yeah.
like...
Was it down like 2013 by any chance?
It was.
Yeah, that was an awful performance.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Jamie, we walked away from that like, that's not how A Day to Remember sound.
No.
Something went very wrong there.
Yeah, like,
Wow.
it didn't sound like the same band
No,
to me at all.
It was just noisecore.
Yeah, awful.
Yeah.
But we won't dwell on that. They're a nice band. I like them.
Yeah.
So, what about you guys? Favorite bands?
Slipknot for me.
Yeah, there we go.
Got to take the top spot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you've got all their signatures on your arm, it says it all, really.
You got all the signatures on your arm.
Yeah, met them in 15 and 16.
Can I see Corey's? Oh man, that's so fucking cool. For anyone who's not seeing this like I am, Kai's got all the fucking Slipknot members on his arm. They're so fucking cool. So happy.
Shit.
Big Slipknot fan. I kind of wish Leia was here. What about?
So I'd say I've probably got 3 bands which are pretty different in their own unique ways. I'd say are my favourites. So Biffy, I definitely put up there because I just think throughout their entire discography they just keep experimenting, trying different ideas. Their sound has adapted and changed so much, it's just ridiculous. But I've always been a huge admirer of Rush just because I'm always keen to hear technical bass playing, and Geddy Lee always never fails to deliver. He's just an absolute machine. So when they announced they were retiring at the beginning of 2018, I was quite sad. But age gets everybody, I suppose. So it's just one of those. But and then just a random niche one out there, a band called Cardiacs. I'm a huge fan of, where the lead singer Tim Smith had a cardiac arrest about 10 years ago, and he'd been having like a kind of fundraising campaign going on for him, and because I'm a huge fan, I thought I wanted to do my bit, so I did a half marathon at the beginning of the year just to try and raise some money for that, and yeah, that went quite well. But Cardiacs is all very strange, kind of, they delve into punk, art rock, avant-garde. It's just batshit crazy, basically. So I think I've subjected you guys to bits in the past, and you've just been like, what the fuck? So I encourage anybody to at least check out Cardiacs, give them a go. They're not on Spotify, unfortunately, but I think they're on Apple Music, and then they've got a Bandcamp page as well, so it's really good.
The
street
videos
stuff.
are on YouTube as well, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, so another place.
Definitely.
I have to say that we don't recommend here at Musician vs. Musician that anyone have Apple Music.
We agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get off that. Also, Amazon, fuck you again. Still hate you guys.
Okay.
It's kind of a running thing on this podcast now.
Nil Desperandum do not endorse the views of the podcast. Amazon don't fall out with us. Keep posting us.
I did say, like, in the podcast where I massively dunk on Amazon, if they sponsor us, I'll change my views. That's fine.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like money more than I like opinions.
True capitalism at its best.
So that's quite a range of interests, guys. Where do you kind of meet in the middle for the sound? I mean,
I'd say, well, me and Fee certainly have a huge appreciation of progressive rock, and the fact, like, Coheed, for example, has been a band that's been dear to you, Fee, hasn't they? And I'd say similar story for me, that I was a big fan, and hence why I ended up meeting in the first place. But I think just generally it's a mix of things, really, isn't it? That there's just like certain bands that I didn't really know that well. I'm always keen to hear new music, as I imagine most people are, to be fair, but like I didn't know that much Slipknot, and then you introduced them to me.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's what's great between the four of us, is we all appreciate good music.
yeah.
And we're all open to hearing new stuff. You know what I mean? We're not like closed-minded, like, oh, that band doesn't scream in that tone, or they don't play that certain way, so I'm not going to give them a chance. We're all very open to what we listen to, and I think that it just adds to your creativity. You know?
We all recommend bands to each other as well. Like, I don't know which one it was, but either Fee or Phil recommended Thank You Scientist. So then all three of us went up to Birmingham to go watch them play, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's good. was a good show.
Very good
Yeah,
show.
we always recommend stuff to each other, don't we?
Mhm.
Yeah. The thing is, we have found, despite our favourite bands being quite different to one another, there are a lot of crossover bands where we wouldn't say, oh, that's my absolute favourite, but it's definitely a band I like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what helps us tie things up a great deal. I mean, we have certainly in the last year or so written more together, rather than just, one person comes up with something and then it's worked on by another person, or, it's pretty much done by one person. That's not really happening anymore. We are coming together to write more. So I think we're just using our different influences now in order to say, well, actually, we can shape the song to go into this direction and we can add this in. It gives us a chance to try all different things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we try that never ever makes it to the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Never makes it to a recording, of course.
Mhm.
And I'd rather it be like that rather than just the first thing we do, we go, okay, that's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think that for me that stinks of just can't think of the word right now, complacency.
Mm-hmm.
If you just go the first thing that you write, that's fine. It's complacent. Using those different influences, I think, helps us.
That's fair, guys. Alright, moving back to the album.
Yep.
Man, we are pushing on time. Okay, we've done the first three. Fourth track.
Absence.
Yeah.
Absence. Wasn't originally a song. The first couple of gigs we did, there were large gaps in the set where we didn't really know what to do. I then went and watched a band, and between every song there was noise or something was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to Phil, I was like, do you think you could write me something just to bridge the gap between these two songs? Whatever the first song was, could be anything, and the next song that would be following was The Void. And I was like, can you write me something that will lead into it on the bass? And I was like, and I'll just come in where appropriate. And Phil wrote all the bass parts for Absence, and then I thought, well, actually, if we put an Ebo over the top of it, it'll actually make quite a nice little interlude in the set. And that's pretty much where it was born from. It started off as just being filler for the set.
Phil's.
Yeah, Phil's. Yeah.
We love it.
Always down on the
No,
set was
it's
just Phil's. Yeah. Even though it's got a name now, still Phil's. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
Kind of an ironic name, isn't it? Absence, when it's actually filling the spot in the set. So.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up in case it wasn't intentional. Which rounds us out to The Void, right?
Yep.
I'll let you talk about this one because you obviously have to do a lot of work with your feet.
Yes.
Yeah, The Void was always, I think for me, a personal favourite. Like, when we first started writing it, like, Fee showed me some ideas he had on the guitar. I was just like, wow, this is going to be a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so much of what he was playing I could sort of relate to shit I was listening to at the time. And it was just easy. It just seemed easy to write with him on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Recording was a pain in the ass. But the end result, it just captures a whole lot of aggressive anger.
Yeah.
But the payoff from that is, I'm glad it wasn't recorded any other way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It captures everything it's supposed to be.
It's angry and the frustration bled over into the recording.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was the last thing you recorded on the first day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Struggling with what this word, and I was like, why don't you have a crack at The Void? I was like, there's a bit more aggression in it. I was like, you can really throw yourself into it.
And literally like 2 takes and it was bosh, there you go.
Yeah. Who mixed for you guys? Because like the album has come together really well.
It was all done in house with BSV.
Yeah.
They mixed and mastered. So two chaps, Jack Bennett and Jack.
I've forgotten his name.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the two
Jacks.
Jacks from Earloo.
Hats off to them. If anyone's in Lincoln and listening to this, actually we have some like Japanese listeners for some reason.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Apparently
Konnichiwa.
we're like big in Japan for whatever fucking reason. Completely unreal. I don't think we've even mentioned a Japanese band yet. So
Nice.
actually, oh shit. Okay, I'm
Baby
gonna do
Metal?
that next week. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you're right. We have talked about Baby Metal.
There we go.
What a cracking band.
Yes.
Anyway, last one. Then my favourite. You guys' favourite. I've made you talk about it already, but I want to hear about everyone's parts for this song. This one's long as well, right? Vertigo's long.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 9.5 minutes.
About that, yeah.
Depending on how long I want to prep about for the guitar solo.
That's right.
Depends if it's extended solo.
Yeah.
About 12 minutes.
Alright, yeah.
You inspired our guitarist to learn how to play behind his head.
It's awesome.
It's insanely cool. So
Yeah.
he can't quite do it yet, bless him. And he tried to do it with my Epiphone, which is quite a lot heavier than his guitar.
Yeah.
Oh.
And just like massively injured his neck doing it, which was
Yeah.
funny for me, not so much him.
I won't do it with my Les Paul. It's the SG or the Strat. They're the only two that I'll do it with because they're much lighter in the body.
Yeah.
Anything that's as fat and as heavy as a mahogany
Mm-mm.
Les Paul, it's not happening.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I think if we're going to talk about Vertigo, we'll start with the obvious point, the lyrics.
Yeah, well, I have had Vertigo like 3 times, so that's kind of where it came from. I wrote it sort of the verse and the chorus about sort of like, I guess, symptoms of having vertigo and how it feels when you have vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told Fee, and Fee loves coming up with the names of the songs, so
Mhm.
he called it Vertigo. But then since writing the lyrics, I've had a lot of people sort of say that they can relate to it, like with like depression and anxiety and stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's why I like.
So that kind of rings true to me as well. So now when I sing it, that's kind of the feeling that I try and put in singing it, if that
Mhm.
makes any sense.
No, I feel.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love it, it's great.
Melissa's vocal melodies actually led to us putting in the bass solo. Actually, so you're coming out the chorus and you're like, I can't go straight back into a verse. I'm holding that last note in the chorus far too long. And me and Phil were talking about it, and we were just like, well, how about we, have the guitar carry on with the intro/chorus riff, and the bass does something different. Give the bass a chance to really shine through the mix. Whilst everything else is going on, rather than just an isolated bass solo, which is much more prevalent in rock music. And
Yeah, because we wanted to have the guitar solo bit, but we thought we wanted to kind of save it up a bit. So it was kind of like, well, how can we kind of fit the bits of the jigsaw together? It was like, bass solo, do I have to? Yeah, I'll try.
I do.
And fortunately, it worked out. Yeah, it worked out all right. So, yeah.
How long have you been playing this before you recorded it?
Since the beginning.
Yeah, this is one of the first songs
Yeah.
I got down.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the one that Kai auditioned with.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
We had-
So there's a reason it's so.
And we
like,
play
well
it every gig as well, so we
Absolutely.
know the song now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
second nature.
Like I say, there was 2 songs he had to audition with that were original.
And
Like,
that-
you got Control and Vertigo. And he turned up, he's like, I've learned Vertigo. It's like, no, you haven't.
Mhm.
Yes, I have. Oh, you have.
Out of interest, which song are you going to play for us today?
The Void, acoustically.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
So it's gonna sound a little bit different to how it usually does on the record.
Yeah,
Um,
quite a lot different.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah, we've restyled it quite nicely.
Yeah.
I think anyway. Hopefully people will enjoy it.
Sweet as, guys. I mean, your actual physical album can be bought.
Yep.
And I actually have only seen the pictures. I can see it in person now, but it is actually. This isn't like this is going to sound insulting, but it's actually really nicely constructed. Like, I don't want to ask for costs. I don't think that's important. But how much effort went into actually making this thing?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like
these guys work so hard to get this done. It's unbelievable.
Like I have albums like this from big bands, and this looks nicer than some of theirs. So, genuinely very impressed.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, to be fair, I
nice.
never thought it would come
No,
along the
not
way
at all.
it
It
did.
over exceeded all our expectations,
Yeah,
if I'm
definitely.
honest.
Mm.
But that's how we wanted to go at it, because we've seen people release EPs in just little sleeves where, the disc just rolls out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, do we want to be like this, or do we want to be, if we're selling this, we want it to be as proper as it can be.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're
well,
proud of our music, we're proud of what we do, and we want to be proud of what we're putting out there for people. Like,
I mean, for anyone listening on YouTube, I'll try and put up a picture of this because it's actually sick. Which I sound shocked, but that's because I'm sure you can appreciate you don't find a lot of bands who are locals and aren't like signed who are making stuff like of this quality.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask how you did do it though. Like,
There's an element of vanity in it, in the sense that we wanted something that wouldn't have looked out of place in HMV or any other music store.
Mhm.
That was my that's what I put to the guys, and everyone was in agreement immediately. Just like, yeah, we want something that's gonna.
Yeah, even if it costs us more to make it, it's better to have that final product as you want it, rather than sort of cheap out and then be a bit disappointed with it. I don't think any of us are disappointed with it.
No,
not at all.
No.
Yeah, and then you got the name printed on the actual CD as well, which well, actually we've been going for way longer than I thought we would. So we'll call it a day here, guys. It was lovely having you all here. We are, for everyone in the audience, we're going to cut to a recording, an acoustic performance of The Void.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you guys want to say bye, you can say bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks very much.
Goodbye.
Ciao, guys.
Oh, we're not doing it.
Goodbye.
Thanks, Phil.
And I'm gonna
Ruin it.
and I'm gonna edit in Leia saying bye right now.
Bye.